All right. Good morning. 7:15 in the morning, getting the show on the road, and I'm a little late already. I gotta hit Lowe's first thing this morning. I gotta grab some curtain rods, for the love of God. I got so much going on today, and well, hoping today's gonna be a good one. Somewhere along the way I lost my glasses yesterday. I hope I'm able to find those, and ain't got no idea where they could have gotten off to. But man, do we got a lot of shit going on today. So it's my hope, first of all, to have the guy Brett and Jeremiah today. That would be super helpful. And I should have a new guy, Jose. You might remember I spoke with him the other day. He wanted $20 an hour. Jose reached out to me again, and we had a long conversation this morning at like 6:30. And I kind of like this guy. He actually used to work for the competition as well, so that's a really interesting thing. And he seems to know his shit. He really does seem to know his shit. And even if he's moderately skilled, I'll take it. All right, so anyways, busy day today. I had to go through my book and really get some shit together, man. We got a lot of units upcoming already, and this ain't even everything, for sure. I thought we only had like 2 units going today. Turns out we got 3. We got 3 units going at 3 different properties. So today's gonna be a real test. Not to mention we need to go back and we need to paint all ceilings. Well, at least look at all the ceilings in the units that we've done at property 3, because I now know how important ceilings are to that property. So we'll make sure that they're squared away. Even if ceilings are passable, they don't really want that. They want ceilings addressed. That's extra, and I don't mind. Ceilings are pretty quick to hit, so we'll make sure that we're doing that. One of these units I'm gonna put off until tomorrow, possibly, or maybe we can get all 3 done. But we've got Milton and Marvin. They're gonna be tied up on a unit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put one of these units off until tomorrow. I just know that I am. And no big deal with that. I'll put the smallest unit off for tomorrow. We're gonna be at property 2 today. We're gonna be at property 1 today, and we're gonna be at property 3 today. That's where I got Jose meeting me, is at property 3. And I'm hopeful that today is gonna be a much better day than yesterday was. Yesterday was a little rough around the edges. Me and Bo got into a little bit of an argument. Joe's a horrible person, all that good jazz. But you know what's good about it is we were able to make peace. And I certainly wasn't wrong in my frustration with the quality of work. I demand that the work be the way the work needs to be. Maybe I could present that a little bit better. I need to probably work on that. Work on not letting the frustration run rampant in me. But for the love of God, I'm stressed to the max trying to maintain everything. I like the stress, the hustle and bustle of trying to maintain this business. We've started this business, we're seeing plenty of work. Now it's all about maintaining that and being able to live up to the hype that we're setting for ourselves, which is, hey, we can handle everything. I may even try to bring in another new person today. We'll just have to see. I've got a couple of people reaching out to me, but I need to get to Lowe's first thing. I need to grab these curtain rods so I can finish this office repair. That's a decent little $200 repair job. And again, on paper, man, I'm seeing a decent little profit, but I really need to get some checks coming in, and I'm hoping that by the end of this week, oh shit, this is the end of this week. By today, I see a check. I know a lot of people were commenting saying, you know, you need to watch out. It could be a net 30. I mean, it could be a net 60 or a net 90. Hey, I ain't really trying to go for all that, but maybe it is. Who knows? Maybe a reason why this company doesn't have painters is because it takes a lot of money to be able to maintain this business while waiting on these checks to come in. Mine jumped $20,000 in the hole right this second. There's some profit attached to that. Well, decently over 20,000. It could be like 23,000 by this point. All right, no sense in wasting a bunch of time just talking aimlessly. Let me get the Lowe's, get these curtain rods, and then get this show on the road, because we got a lot to do today. We got ceilings, we got 3 units, we've got Jose coming today, hopefully Brett, hopefully Jeremiah, Milton Marvin, and maybe another new person. We'll just have to see. 2:38 in the afternoon, and the first chance that I've had to film today. And when I tell you today has been a day, holy shit, today has been a day. So I don't even know where to begin at. This morning was super chaotic. Almost had a fight between Marvin and Brett. That was the first thing that took place this morning. I'll share with you the text that I got from Brett. This was first thing this morning. Let's go to the messages. 9:37, call me ASAP. I cannot get along with one person about to fight. Assign me somewhere else. I was like, holy shit. And what it was turns out, Milton and Marvin were in the unit, taking care of the unit that they had. I sent Brett and I sent Jeremiah down there just to help them, because I didn't have nowhere else to put them right at that second. And within a couple of minutes, I guess Brett was on his phone, and Marvin told him, hey man, like, that ain't what we need. We don't need you down here being on the phone. You know, we down here working. So that turned into a big argument, and long story short, they're fine now. So Brett didn't leave. I thought that was what was going to happen, but Brett stayed, and it all got worked out. And shout out to Marvin for trying to hold down the fort. I ain't mad at him for that. Bo wouldn't show up till like almost 10 o'clock, but I got Bo over at property 2 right now handling a unit. We walk into the unit, it stinks of weed. As soon as I pull up on the property, I get an email from the boss saying, hey, can you please tell your painters not to smoke on the patio of the units? And I'm like, holy shit, I thought this was about the weed smoke. And turns out it was about cigarettes. Somebody complained last week that they were smoking cigarettes out on the patio. They said that the boss would go on to say this is a smoke-free property. And I'm like, holy shit, all I ever do is smell weed out here, but no big deal. Respect the rules. For sure, I told my guys, do not smoke nowhere near them properties no more. We're working on this color change right now. I've got everybody over here on this. There's a new guy, Jose, who started with me today. You might remember the phone call that I had with this guy, Jose, and then he would text me later talking about he wanted 20 bucks an hour. Well, I've got that guy working with me right now, and turns out I like the guy a lot. I don't know that he can spray. He says he wants 20 bucks an hour. We're gonna have to see. But I like him. I got a lot of respect for him. He's lived a very street life. He almost is gonna remind you of Danny 2.0 when you meet him. You probably will meet him. He's done 12 years in prison. He came home literally 1 year before I came home after he did 12 years. I told him about After Prison Show too. I told him about Prison YouTube, and I said, hey man, you know, if you want to live legit, you want to live for your daughter. His daughter's a year old. His daughter was born in December. My son will be born in December. Like, we got a lot of similarities. I was talking to him about YouTube. I said, man, you can share your story. So we'll see with all that. I hope he works out. Milton and Marvin, Brett and Jose, they're in this one unit. There was supposed to be another unit going, but I can't get that unlocked. They gave me a bunch of keys. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm really not trying to work this weekend, but I know for a fact I got one unit going for sure. And then I'm probably gonna have to finish up this unit. So, or I might stay late tonight and just get this unit done. It's literally just a color change on the walls. We don't have to do the trim. We'll see. But a lot has developed today, and it's just been a day. I'm getting ready to go check on Bo and his girl. They're over at the second property working on a unit. And then I'm gonna go back and walk the unit that Milton and Marvin did, and I'm gonna go try to get this other unit unlocked over there. So hopefully I'll be able to share more with you guys in just a little bit, but sorry I haven't been able to film until this point. We've been busy. So let's see where else today ends up going. Oh, beat down. All right, 3:30 in the afternoon, and I'm finally just getting into the other unit that we were supposed to be doing for today. Beat down from lugging all that shit up here. up 3 flights of stairs. And color change unit, it's a mini vaulted. Mini vaulted units are these. This will be the first of these that we're going to be doing with the little bunker up top. Unit's not in bad shape at all. One thing we're going to do different is we're going to paint doors first. We're going to spray all doors. That has to happen. So I was going to go ahead and start doing that, but then I realized I got to prep the doors, and I just ain't got time for that. I need to get back over to the unit where I've got everybody at, because I can imagine it's a bit chaotic over there. And I know that unit will not be done today, and I really need that unit done today also. If I could have that unit done today, that would be great, but probably ain't gonna happen. So anyways, this is the unit that we got. This is gonna be going tomorrow. I'll put Bo on this. Maybe Bo and Marvin and Bo's girl, possibly. So this is a color change, and it's a 2-bedroom, and I don't know what I'm charging on this yet. It's probably gonna be somewhat high. So anyways, that's what we got. I gotta get the show on the road and get with y'all a little bit. I went and checked on Bo and his girl. They have prepped the unit over at property 2 more than I've ever seen any property prepped. Literally taped the top and bottom of the trim. I guess he's gonna spray that, which is stupid. You don't gotta do all that, but I should have said that, but by the time I got there, it was already done, so whatever. Hell of a hectic Friday is all I gotta say. So let me get back over to this first property, and I'll share more with you a little later on. Now to say, damn, I do drink my water. 5:13 in the afternoon, Friday afternoon. I think I showed y'all this unit here. Oh my God. All right, so this is a color change unit. I had all hands on deck in here, and we were spraying and we were rolling, and I'm actually starting to like rolling these color changes just a little bit better. Maybe spray the door, spray the trim, and then roll the rest, because it's less mess, less fuss, and maybe it'll get us a little bit further. So you can see we've already rolled all the way out through here. We've sprayed the bedrooms, the closets, and we literally are just right to here. So y'all can hang out with me Friday evening as I work to get this unit done. What a chaotic afternoon. Got even more chaotic. It certainly did. I don't want to work out of this big ass bucket. I really don't. So it got even more chaotic. Units that absolutely need to get done over the weekend. Rush orders. Even was asked to work Labor Day weekend. I said, hey, that's going to be extra, but yeah, I'll do it. It's like that meme that I posted on the Joe Does Stuff Facebook group, where it says, that look you make when you realize the summer's almost over and you ain't do shit but work. Yeah, I get it. That's been my life. One of these days it'll all be worth it. Certainly will. Especially when the checks start coming in. Not sure if a check came in today or not, but I certainly need a check. Spent a lot in labor today. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So, how did everybody do today, you're probably wondering? Well, I think they all did pretty well. Still a little on the fence about Bo and what the hell he's doing. This dude literally taped both sides of the trim. I mean, more prep work than I'd ever seen at a property that really don't need all that. But as long as he gets that unit done, I don't care. He's only making $120 for that unit. And that's all it's worth. So you're probably wondering why we rolling. Well, one reason is I didn't want to get the other sprayer out. Two, I wanted to test to see how rolling would go, and rolling was actually really fast. Rolling was really fast. Cutting in and rolling. And then it was also less mess. That was something that was very nice to see. And another reason we were rolling was because we were having a lot of problems spraying with runs. And I think it was just way too humid in this unit. Way too humid. So that was an interesting dynamic added to all of this as well. We did have a blunder earlier. My guy Jose tripped over an entire rolling pan, spilled an entire rolling pan worth of paint all over the place. It wasn't his fault. It was right behind the ladder that he was working on. So just a simple mistake, but it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy all that happened. Is he worth $20 an hour? I think he is. I don't think he can spray. I didn't get a chance to see him spray today. Just a little bit first thing this morning, and that wasn't all that great. But I think he's got the potential to be a good sprayer. So with that, I'm okay with that. I want to keep him. He knows how this goes. He used to work for the competition. I don't know if I shared that with you all or not. So he was telling me how the competition works. He says they don't even pay but $120 a unit for one painter to go in there and bust out that whole thing. I said, man, I'm paying $120 per person in the unit. I said, if you can go in there and bust out a whole unit, I'm giving you $240. He was like, dude, I want to go do whole units. He's like, that's the kind of shit I'm trying to do. So we'll see. I like the guy. I do like him. He served 12 years. He's been home, like I said, a year before I got released. He's been home since. And, you know, he's been in some trouble. He's violated twice in that time. Oh, damn it, man. Yeah, that drop cloth down because I am not trying to be cleaning up paint all night. I was telling him about After Prison Show. I said, man, you could go on YouTube and tell your story and, you know, probably create a pretty decent little YouTube channel. But it turns out I have talked to him in the past about After Prison Show. And that is fucking crazy. Long time ago, I used to fish for new people to feature off of Craigslist. That was one of the ways that I would do it. Another way, I never got to share it in the podcast, but I used to pay Dave to go to probation and find guys and girls. That's how we met Shannon. And what's my phone doing? Okay, cool. Just wanted to confirm that they know that this unit will not be completed till tomorrow. And they're okay with that. So, anyways, back in the day when I used to fish off of Craigslist, I guess I had run across this guy and we had started talking about potentially sharing his story. And I don't know why we never did. He doesn't remember, but he remembers that. He remembers the conversations he had with me about it. But nothing ever came of it, and I don't know why. I think maybe, if I can remember correctly, and I can't remember for shit, but I want to say maybe this dude was still wrapped up in the wrong shit during that time. I think he even told me that. I can't remember. But that's wild. That's super wild right there to me. So I'm trying to remember what I'm charging for this unit. I think I'm only charging $450 for this. Yeah, I kind of caught between a rock and a hard place on this one because of the fact that it's only a color change on the walls. The trim had already been done. The problem with that is though, you gotta do the trim. You're gonna definitely have to go back and touch up trim. That's another reason why we're rolling. We're trying to really be mindful of that trim. Rather take a little bit more time painting the unit if it can save me more time not having to fuck with trim that I'm not getting paid to paint. Hope that makes sense. So this whole unit pretty much got a whole first coat on it. Tomorrow we'll come through and blast a second coat real quick. But at $450 on this unit, I don't know that I made any money off of it. Just to be honest, today might have been a tough one for me. This is a little tedious, but a welcome break, I guess. I think it's a little bit of a welcome break. Maybe we ought to go back to power rolling units. I just don't know. Whatever we could do to get these done the quickest. Yeah, this brush is really having a tough time with it. Hey there. Welcome to the sink. Over here just, you know, cleaning brushes. Not gonna be in here too much longer. I really gotta go check on Bo and his girl. They just texted me a little while ago, said they went to McDonald's to go get something to eat, and they didn't remember what the name of the apartment complex was. So, had to text them where they were going. That's pretty crazy.